Hello Leo, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Welcome to Fire Day. How are you, my fire family? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Leo, we're going to do two hands today. I do come back and do this every couple of weeks. So last week it was oracles and tarot. This week it is just tarot and we're doing two hands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reading with this deck, and then I'm going to pick up those cards and we're going to go a second time round. And sometimes those two readings are going to relate to each other and sometimes they won't. Let's find out what's coming up for you in the week ahead, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Leo, these readings do not have dates or times. It is always going to be for the week ahead whenever you find it, whether that's today, tomorrow, or next year. Let's find out what is coming up for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo, please. Tell me about Leo. What is coming up in the week ahead for Leo, which, if you're in this real time, is the second week of July. Tell me about Leo. We have the Page of Cups. Leo, I think something is about to surprise you, possibly. Something is about to surprise you. I feel like, you know, when I look at this particular Page of Cups, it's like this person has taken this cup and scooped out the water behind them there. And I feel what they didn't realize is that they had a fish in the cup here. It is a surprise. And yeah, this person is sort of surprised that things are going the way that they're going here. Tell me about the Page of Cups for Leo. What is going to surprise Leo in the week ahead? Communication. Communication here. Well, we do have the Devil. We'll take that one as well. And one more card, please. There's a bunch that popped in the middle of the deck here, so I didn't take them all. Tell me more. Do have the Hierophant in the reverse. Sun is in the distance here. That's your energy. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of surprise communication. It is somebody that I don't know that you'd definitely want to hear from them, Leo. I don't know that you want to hear from them, but I do believe that they're someone that you've been thinking about on a loop, and that's probably why they're communicating with you. Understand that when you think about other people and they are on your same vibrational level, that they will think about you as well. I feel like you are speaking with somebody that I think it's a few things, okay? I'm just going to say either somebody here is obsessed with the Taurus or somebody here is obsessed with communicating with the Taurus. I feel like that maybe you're giving surprise communication to a Capricorn or a Taurus, maybe another Leo. It does feel like with the Hierophant in the reverse that this person is someone who's non-traditional. They are someone who is a spiritual, maybe a healer or a shaman, or somebody who's not on the path of religion, somebody who is outside the box. They are non-traditional. This person isn't someone who takes they are not someone who takes their spiritualism as a lesson from someone else. They don't do that. They make their own way, and they do have a connection to their source. So I feel like either someone's going to be communicating with you or you're going to be communicating with them. But either way, I do believe that there is some sort of obsessive thinking going on here. And I think it's because that you are very attracted to this person, either a Capricorn, a Taurus, or the Hierophant, who is, Capricorn or Taurus. Or I was going to say Leo. It was on the bottom of the deck. It could be another Leo. You might have had a breakthrough about this person. I feel like this communication, I feel, is a very quick communication. I want to say, like, it's not one that drags on forever and ever. It feels like a pit stop, like somebody has just decided they're going to just drop somebody a line. So I don't know if this is coming at you, but it feels like you're sending it out. I want to say with this Eight of Wands here, it feels like you're taking your shot with somebody. That's what it feels like here. We do have the Four of Swords. We have the Two of Wands, and we have the King of Pentacles. So it does feel like here that it turns out to be some sort of a disappointment. It does feel like, you know, the thing is this, is I feel like the person that you're gonna communicate with, I really do feel like they have feelings for you. And we have someone here who is showing up here, right, with the flower in their hand. This person, I feel, is somebody who is kind and loving, but they've had a transformation. They've got butterflies on the cape or the cloak that they are wearing. There's butterflies. This is somebody who has transformed their life. I feel like they're showing up for you, but I feel as though you're disappointed because they really aren't giving you a whole lot of their time. I want to say that they're wishing and hoping that you would heal as well. That's only for some of you, of course. But we do have we have the Two of Wands, and we do have two people here, right? We do have somebody who's got their hair up here, somebody who's got their hair down. So I feel like this person is somebody who's got you caught at the crossroads. I feel like you are trying to make a decision about where you're going, this way or that way. And I feel like this person is somebody who has healed to a point where they are no longer engaging in devil energy. They're no longer engaging in instant gratification. They're no longer engaged in toxic ways of living. This person has purged their life of toxicity. In fact, I feel like they've become quite spiritual in their own life. This person now, what they're seeking out is now stability. They're no longer just dating in order to date, in order to find passion. This person is waiting for the person. They're waiting for someone to come along who's going to give them stability. And I feel like it was a short conversation, or will be a short conversation between you and them, because I want to say that there is a very big difference between these two energies, right? So I want to say that there is, like, it feels like you think about them on a loop, or you have sort of an obsession with them, I'm going to say. I feel like you are about to surprise somebody with communication, but I feel like this person does want you to be the King of Pentacles, but I don't think you're ready for it. Feminine or masculine. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is quite wealthy, who is stable. This person is somebody who is going to fend off anybody who tries to take what is theirs. This is somebody who's protective. They're the provider. So that's what this person is looking for. They're not looking for passion, obsessive passion, I feel. We do have the High Priestess. We have the Five of Cups, and we do have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. So I want to say that that maybe you're just not ready for settling down. It feels like with the High Priestess energy, it feels like you know what this person wants. They may even have told you what they want from you, but I feel like you're not ready. I want to say you're not ready. Like this person, I feel they're out in the water here, and you're kind of fixated on what you've lost. That maybe it's time for the party years to be over. I feel like that's the only way that you'll find love is it's time for you to get out of party mode and into King of Pentacle mode, really get solid and grounded and look at your pentacles and where are your finances going. It's time for me to settle down. I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles here, it feels like that you feel like you're not enough for this person. You think that that's why they really don't make time for you, because you're not enough, and I don't think that that's what it is. In fact, this card here showing me that somebody has the flower in their hand. It is a flower of friendship. It's white, but we do have, this person has overflowing love for you. This person really does love you. I feel like if all things were to work out in their favor, that they would invite you in. But they see you as someone who kind of ignores them at their time of need, or ignores them when they come to give you kindness. And I feel it makes them sad. So I feel that's probably why this person, it feels like it's a really quick conversation is what it feels like. It feels like it's super quick. But I feel like with the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups, they see you as someone who is not into falling in love. They see you as someone who's not emotionally available, who's decided that they would rather be in a friendship, right? For a friendship rather than be in love. So I feel like that this person is somebody who is looking for stability and abundance and happiness, and I feel like intuitively or within the self, I feel like you go quiet on them sometimes. I feel like you are thinking quietly about the things that you have lost. I feel like you're stuck to something you've lost, Leo, and I think it stops you from moving forward to your abundance. I feel it's like you are kind of pulled into all of the loss that you've had, and it envelops you to the point where you don't even see people around you that might be drowning, right? Like I'm showing here this person that's in the water, that you might not even notice it. I feel like I'm speaking to a Leo who might be living in a bit of sadness. But I don't think that this Taurus, this Virgo, this Capricorn, this Pisces, I don't think that they're engaging in this kind of low level vibration anymore. That's what it feels like. They're in a higher vibration. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Empress, and we've got the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like we're talking about an Empress. Now, I don't know what level of the game that you're at here, but I feel like we're talking about an Empress. And when the Empress has boundaries, right? The Empress is somebody who is not letting anyone pass the boundaries except friends. I'm willing to be friends with people who are willing to be my friend, cooperate, collaborate, be on my side, go slow, really support me in the things that I do. I feel like that this Empress here is kind of shutting themselves off to you because they wish that you would change. We've got Death here, right? They wish that there was change. They wish that you would become more open. They wish that you become more vulnerable, that you would tell them how you're feeling or what you want to do or what your wishes and dreams are. But I really do feel like I'm reading for somebody here who is stuck in their sadness. And there's a clinical name for that. And some of you, it could be a clinical thing, but I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you that. All I can say is that you are so enveloped, or you have succumbed so much to your sadness that you don't see that people around you are drowning as well. So I feel like this is the way that you drown out your own sorrows. I feel like the way that you drown out your own sorrows is by having a lot of passionate connections. And, it's a thing, right? The act of passion does create oxytocin, which can give the body a literal hit of dopamine, right? And more. So I feel like there is somebody here who I feel loves you a lot. I feel like this person does have a lot of feelings for you. I feel like this person is at the crossroads with you, but they realize that you must take some sort of journey of self, journey on your own. I feel like you are dealing with some sort of an earth sign. We have Capricorn, Taurus, and Libra, Virgo as well. Tell me what the outcome is between Leo and this person. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So I feel like you will continue on your passionate path, and but I feel like you'll never forget this person because I feel like they are your soulmate. I feel like there's someone that you're very connected to, and that's why you think about them in an obsessive way. I feel like this person is always thinking about you, hoping and wishing that they could be in something that is really stable, a family situation, the apex of happiness. Now the thing is I don't think that this person is doing this like pushing you away because of a terrible reason. I feel like they understand that you aren't ready for the path that they're on, and they're not wanting to push you down the path that they're on. They're not going to force you to do it. Tell me what this Devil is about here, because it keeps sticking out. It's staring at me here. We've got the Strength card. We've got the Nine of Cups, and we've got the Star. So I feel like this person sees you as someone who engages in gluttony. So whether it's out partying or drinking or eating too much or parties, it feels like that's why this person holds back with the Strength card. They hold back because they feel like you're a person who just is engaging in gluttony, like you're not there you're there for a good time and not a long time. And then we have the Star. They really wish for your healing. Yeah. And they fight with themselves all the time. Got the Tower and the Five of Pentacles, which tells me this person has had a realization that they must stay disconnected from you in order to stay on their path, because their path is a spiritual path. It's a very different path than the Devil, right? It's a very different vibration than the Devil, right? We do have the Six of Swords. They do really wish for your healing, Four Swords here, but they know that they're probably going to have to leave you behind in order to move forward here. And this person would rather be with you in this way. They would rather be yours, but I feel like you're on a different path. And I'm not saying you're on a bad path. I'm saying that you want something that you can't have, because when we are manifesting someone, or the person that is good for us is the person who is like us. So when you're manifesting something, it is what you are, not what you want. And so you might want the Empress, but you are not the Empress. I'm just going to leave it right there. So let's get to the second hand, but first let's find out. We've got Leo here, Taurus, Scorpio. We've got Pisces, Cancer energy here. We've got Aquarius, Libra, Taurus energy, Capricorn. We've got more Leo energy here, Sagittarius energy. I feel like this is what's happening here. I feel like you're just on your way. You're going to carry on down your path. You need to do what you need to do for you, Leo, and it shouldn't matter what everyone wants of you. You need to do whatever you feel is good for you, but there is somebody here in the background who is watching you walk away. And you're walking off to a new path, and I think that they wish they could be with you on that path, but it feels like you two are on very different wavelengths of what you want in this life. All right. find out what's going on with the second hand for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo, please. Tell me about Leo. Tell me all the gains for Leo. Tell me what's going on with Leo. Tell me about Leo, please, for the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Leo, we do have the Ten of Swords. There is some sort of a cycle that's coming to an end. And look, the Ten of Swords is pretty harsh to start with. I'm going to tell you this, that if you are willing to face the ending of something, you will have a release. Because although this is a sad and terrible, harsh ending, I feel like there is something to be gained by getting on the other side of it, and that is healing. Because once we allow the Ten of Swords to arrive, and we don't get stuck in the Nine, once we allow the Ten of Swords to arrive, then we can begin to heal. Once it's dead, once it's done, we can begin to heal. We have the Ten of Cups. We can begin to heal. You can be as happy as you want to be, Leo. I feel like there's some sort of cycle that came to an end. We've got the Page of Swords, and we've got the Strength in the reverse. It's time to gather some inner strength and learn some things, I want to say. The Page of Swords tells me that you are looking for or trying to learn about the Ten of Cups. It feels like you are trying to figure out, how can I be happy? What's going to make me happy in this life? That's what it looks like when the Page of Swords is looking at the Ten of Cups. It's like this is the student, right? And the student is here wondering, what do I have to do? How can I find my Ten of Cups? The Strength card is in the reverse, and I think your answer is right here, inner strength. It's time for you to find some inner strength and love of self. The Queen of Cups is here, feminine or masculine. I feel like you know that you, pardon me, you know that you have to end something. You have to bring some sort of a cycle to an end because you're tired of living in these swords, living in your head, living in negative energy, right? It's like, it feels like you've decided that I've got to go back to the drawing board. I've got to go back to where I was learning things. I feel like somebody's gotten lost on the path here. We've got the Ten of Wands. Look, you're coming to the ends of cycles. Look, 10, 10, 10. I feel like somebody here has been pelted with numbers, Leo. I think it's you. Maybe tens. You're seeing 10, 10 or 3 tens. We're coming to the ends of cycles here. And it feels like it's time now, because the cycle has ended, that it's time for you to drop these burdens. It's time for you to stop hiding your face in the burdens. I want to say there is somebody here who's dealing with a lot of heavy traumas from the past. Look, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you what's going on here, but I do know as a tarot reader and an energy reader that doesn't feel good. The Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands does not feel good. This is something that you need to bring to an end so you can drop some burdens here. And I think that the broad burdens are probably been following you around for a while. And so you think that the Ten of Cups is elusive because you've been looking for it, trying to learn about it. So maybe it's time to stop the practical work and actually get into action, right? There's a time to learn it, book learn it, and there's a time to put what you book learned into action. It's time for you to really look it over. It's time for you to be ready to face it with a clear head. Because I feel like it feels like with this Page of Swords that maybe up in the mind you've been making some sort of impulsive decisions, and it's time for you to reel it in, to hold it back, to get some inner strength, and to roll it in a little bit, right? So I want to say that this Two of Swords is showing up here because I believe that it's like you're in a situation where I can no longer believe it when I see it. I have to feel it. Like I think the universe is telling you that the reason that you're blocked is because you won't feel it. You won't feel it, you won't hear it, you won't smell it, you won't taste it. I feel like you only believe it when you see it, and the 3D is gonna screw you up every time. I'm just saying. It feels like what you're doing is you're avoiding the ending. You're avoiding change is what you're doing. You're avoiding making some sort of a really big change. You're blocking it here. We do have the Seven of Pentacles. I want to say there's so much growth on the other side of you blocking yourself. Look, there's a lot of people who are out there that are in your position. We do have the Six of Pentacles, which tells me that there is reciprocal energy on the other side of this Two of Swords, this blocked energy. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Look, it feels like you're like, well, you know what? Is it even worth it? It is even worth it if I put in all the effort and energy. What if all I get out of it is one pentacle? Well, if you got one pentacle, then you got one more than anyone else has got. I'm just going to say, Leo, that the one pentacle is everything. If you decide to nurture that pentacle and grow and wait and be patient instead of maybe doing things in sort of an immature sort of gratification way, instant gratification way, I promise you that things change. Tell me about the Ten of Swords here. What is it that you need to stop doing here? There is a... There it is. Wow. I feel like somebody here is having a realization. And like, Leo, maybe this isn't about you. It does feel like it could be about you, but maybe it's about somebody else that you know. Maybe it's about another person that you've been trying to help out of a situation where they feel really stuck and you really care for them and you want to help them get unstuck. I feel like what you need to put to an end is the doubts that you have about yourself. This devil energy here is a problem. It is a problem because it's obsessive. And I feel like if we are talking about you, Leo, I feel like you've been doing something that is obsessive and it's hurting you professionally, spiritually, in your life, in your pentacle life. I think that you're having a realization that somebody here has an addiction. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone who is close to you here. But there is some sort of a big shift or a change coming here. And it's because of some sort of an ending. It's like it's put you into this energy of, you know what, maybe I can be happy. Maybe if I just reel it in a little bit, maybe I can be happy if I try and make different choices here. Tell me about the Tower. So we do have the Four of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Star. I feel like what you hope for is a really healing, stable sort of love. I feel like you want to heal. You want to heal and want to be able to feel your emotions. The Knight of Cups is romance. It's passive energy. It's being in your emotions. The Star is about healing as well. It's also about wish fulfillment, and I feel like you wish to be healed. There is something that is going on with you that you're struggling with. I really feel like you're struggling. And I feel like you have hopes and wishes that you are going to get some balance, that you're going to get some balance here, right? She's putting water in this pond, and she's also putting water on the earth. And I feel like you want to balance out your emotions in life, in the 3D life, and also in the emotional world. I feel like you are disconnected here, or detached maybe from some emotions, but you know that there is a lot of growth. There is a lot of stability to be had in healing, I want to say. We do have the Eight of Cups, though, and the King of Pentacles, and I want to say that you're like, don't tell me what to do. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know what I want to do. Don't tell me what to do. Like, it feels like there are people in your life possibly who are King of Pentacles, who are responsible with money. Maybe they're married. Maybe they're providing for other people. It feels like you are disconnecting from these people because I don't feel like you're ready to change. That's what it feels like here. But I feel like you do wish for this, though. I feel like you do wish for this. I also see on the bottom of the deck that we have the Six of Wands, which tells me that you get a lot of attention from people. I feel like you're beautiful to look at. I feel like a lot of people give you attention, and that it's something that feeds your ego a little bit, I'm going to say. We've got the Death card. We've got the Six of Swords, and we've got the Four of Wands. Again, this is the wishes, the hopes, the dreams. It does feel like, you wish to change. You do wish for transformation. You do want to leave this hard place. I feel like there's something that you're doing in your life that is not making you happy. And you're going to be having a realization in the week ahead that it's time for you to get out of the choppy waters and go to the calmer waters. And it is going to do nothing but bring you stability, happiness within your home, whether you have children maybe that you're looking after. I feel like this happy, healthy, balanced wish fulfillment, I want to say, is what you want. It's what you want, but it's so hard to change, right? And I feel like there's infinite possibilities about the decisions that you could make that could take you places that you've never been before, right? We've got the Chariot energy, but I feel like it's going to cause you to maybe show some feelings, get in touch with your feelings, balance your feminine and masculine energy here. Tell me what this outcome is for Leo, please. What does Leo have to do to make some changes here? You have to see things for what they are, Leo. The Sun is here. You have to see things clearly. And I want to say, what is this doing to your children? What is it doing to your family? I want to say that you have to see things clearly first before you make any changes here. Tell me about the Sun. I feel that if you do finally acknowledge that you've been detached or disconnected from the 3D world, that people will leave you on the outside looking in. I want to say that the sun is something that you need. You need to be able to see all of the things for what they are and then just face them head on. It's time for you to, I feel, make some decisions, and otherwise you're going to get yourself in a position where somebody's going to make the decisions for you. This is the first lesson I taught my son since he was little, that if you don't make the decision, someone will make the decision for you. And I feel like this king is a judge or a magistrate, somebody who's maybe engaged in law, truth, transparency, right? Maybe a police officer. And it could be that you could probably suffer some sort of a financial setback if somebody here has to engage in making the decision that's best for everyone involved. So it does feel like there is some changes that need to be made here. And how can you make these changes here? By loving yourself, my friend. It's about loving yourself, building yourself up from the bottom up, pulling yourself up from the bootstraps, as it were. I feel like you need some accomplishments. I feel like you need to do something that makes you feel accomplished, that makes you feel like you have some sort of an achievement. And this is what's going to bring things to a final end where you're closing the door. But I really do feel that somebody here really needs to stop being closed off and sad, because I feel like this is what is here waiting for you. Like, you can make the decision with the King of Swords to have the Ace of Cups and then close the door on everything else that doesn't make you happy. Because I feel like it doesn't really make you happy, but you keep looking for the elusive happiness, right? Because we do see the Page of Swords that's looking over at the Ten of Cups. I think that it's like, it feels elusive, like you're never going to find it. But we do have 2 5s here. I want to say that you are going to be making changes here, making changes in the mind and changes in your emotions. It's water under the bridge. Look, just because you've lived this way up till now, it doesn't mean you can't make changes. Doesn't mean that you can't. I think you're holding on to sadness, and so it feels like you need to seek out a professional. This person can be a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Seek out a professional that can help you if you are hanging on or holding on to some sort of sadness, which is keeping you shut down, shut off, and not really available to other people. All right, find a friend, somebody who supports you, even if it's just one. Look, one ride or die, one really good friend is better than 1,000 acquaintances that don't really care what's going on with you. And I feel like that's what you need. You need stability. You need to spend time on a stool. I always see the Three of Pentacles as a stool, like the third leg is what makes everything stable. You need to make the decision to find a group of people, a community of people who are supportive of you, collaborative, cooperative, people who are invested in seeing you grow, that they want to see you do well. They want to watch you doing well. So I feel like there's a really big decision that you need to make in order to make some changes. That's all. I'm going to leave that there right now, Leo. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care. Bye-bye.